Just one thing I did want to ask you about, and this is another one from the Saturday Night Live special, Good Vibrations Tour, or It's Okay, whichever title you want to use. And Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi turn up as sort of surf patrol. They're fantastic, of course. Dan Aykroyd does the authoritative police officer extremely well, and they basically drag Brian down to the beach and throw him into the surf on a surfboard. And it's kind of funny, but is it in retrospect?
It made perfect sense, no doubt, to audiences of the day because Lorne Michaels and Belushi and Aykroyd, I mean, they knew how to do such things, and this is comical. I love the footage inside Brian's home. I mean, how
Yeah,
often do you see the hallway walking into his bedroom?
yeah,
I love that, and it makes perfect sense. In terms of Brian and the boys, their rep at the time was Brian was reclusive, whatever you want to say. So the plot point of we get him out of bed and we get him surfing because people love you and you need to be Brian Wilson. This is the Beach Boys. What are you doing in bed? Let's go. So it's comical and they're the surf squad, whatever. Audiences of the day, great, but it's heartbreaking to see.
yeah,
I don't want to reference Brian's book, Wouldn't It Be Nice? Because we know how fraught with whatever that particular biography is. But I believe it's in that book that he mentions this scenario of him shooting this special and getting dragged out to the beach. Dr. Landy encouraging him to go through with it and get out there and fight his demons. But Brian, when he's done with it, he's soaked and he's disgusted and he's cursing Landy and he's disgusted with the whole thing. The whole 76 Brian is Back campaign is so fraught with exploitation that it is heartbreaking. The band by that point knew that we're a legacy act now, thanks to Endless Summer. We can always do that, but we still have music in us and we want it to get out there. We want to make new music. But record companies, audiences, nobody really cares much unless Brian Wilson's involved. So what do? They get Brian Wilson involved. I don't care what he's feeling, what he's thinking, where he is in his brain or his health or his mind. We need him to continue as a band. So it might be a big indictment on the other guys, and we can talk about that too. It's not necessarily they're all villains, but it was premature, to say the least, to get Brian back in the studio. Definitely premature to throw the guy in the ocean with his robe on. It's heartbreaking, really. He clearly wasn't ready for that, and it is tough to watch if you know anything about Brian Wilson.